What's up, guys? My name's Arianna.
And I'm Maple.
And today we are watching Breaking Bad, Season 2, Episode 11. Let's get into it.
Somehow it's giving The Shining, like the two girls, but instead they're wielding the axe. Oh, what an interesting shot. That plane is a paid actor up there. I love the all white.
That's ballsy. Oh, this must be like cartel area.
Like everybody has a corner or something.
Well, that's real. Gang violence really started to pop off. Yep. No, this is bad.
Why don't you just stop and envy?
Oh no. No, they're gonna come back and smoke you right now. Oh my god, no. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. I am not ready. Oh, please don't shoot this kid.
Oh no, Arianna.
Sorry, I'm scarred. I only think the worst.
I didn't think they were tying the kid back in.
Please leave your message for 5-0.
Is he like randomly circling him?
Record your message after.
That feels like...
That feels weird.
That feels really weird.
Yo, Skinny, I'm up here on 2nd and Hazeltine getting eyeballed hard. I got a bad feeling, man.
He doesn't even have his own ride right there.
in your ear?
What did I say? Get out of here. Go.
It's probably the only thing protecting you.
No. What the Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. That little kid.
It didn't feel right.
No, because why would he just be circling him like that?
Kids get initiated and jumped into gangs really young.
My initial diagnosis was that your cancer was inoperable. We think now that a lobectomy may be a viable option.
Now, through the treatment you've had already, we've bought you some time. Maybe a lot, probably a little, but
The camera's so shaky sometimes.
in my opinion, if you're willing to take some risk, then this offers the best chance.
Much would it cost? I mean, I'm not on your insurance.
I'd say between 170 and 200,000, all in.
America.
I'd be willing to write off what I can, but mine isn't even the biggest expense.
Yeah, God bless the USA,
This is
baby.
obviously a big decision, and you folks are going to want to take some time to discuss it.
No. I'll do it.
Walt, don't you think we should at least talk this through first?
I recommend that we let the pneumonitis heal for another couple of weeks. When's the due date?
It's the 21st.
Okay, I'll book the surgery for 4 weeks from now. That way Walter can be on his feet for the birth of your daughter.
And you know what's sad is I think about things like, I wonder how much of it is like he can't stand to wait. You know, that just sucks. God, when business is involved in your health, that's just so tricky.
Yeah.
Where the hell were you? I called like 20 times.
Working.
That's such like a kid to parent thing.
dead. Shocked.
Oh no.
Which one is he?
You did not just say that to me. Listen, that figures.
Yeah.
Combo rang me before it went down, said a couple of dudes were mad dogging him, trying to run him up off the corner. Why'd we have to go pushing into new turf, yo? I mean, what'd you expect?
Right?
I don't know.
You don't
It's
know?
because Walter told him to.
Is that all you got?
Make sure you bust up your cell and toss it. All right, we'll figure it out.
I'm on probation, man. Fast track to Los Lunas.
What, you're gonna jump ship now?
I mean, no one else is there. It's him
This game we're
and
playing. We don't got the street cred to survive it.
Truth.
Back when everyone thought you killed Spooge, maybe we were doing okay, but the whole town knows it wasn't you.
Everyone knows.
Yeah, that was your only saving grace.
Why didn't
Yeah.
you say something?
I don't know, man. Because we like you and all.
Well, goodbye. All right, well, we'll make it.
Sorry, Jesse. I'm out.
We had a bit of a setback. What else do you want me to call it?
How about your fault? How about
No,
that?
no, don't lay that on me.
You said expand the territory.
That
you
doesn't
said
mean you become careless.
Guys, hey! Who do I look like? Maury Povich? I'm not your marriage counselor. You're professionals.
One of our dealers was murdered. Some kind of turf dispute.
Why are you acting like this is so unheard of? You knew this was it.
We have absolutely
literally.
no distribution.
Occupational hazards. Right. Drug dealer getting shot. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's been known to happen. Now, what about product on hand? How's your inventory?
38 and change.
38 ounces, grams.
Pounds.
Guys, why the long faces here? I mean, you're sitting on a gold mine.
A gold mine we can't sell. We need a proper infrastructure. We need foot soldiers and we need dealers on a street level that are rock solid. We need muscle.
So,
He's been one step forward and 2 steps back. We need your help.
but it's funny because he like loves it.
Let's start with
Loves
some
it.
tough love, all right? Ready for this? Here goes. You two suck at peddling meth, period. So give up on trying to do it all yourselves. Hell, I'm amazed you got this far. What you two need is an honest-to-God businessman, right? Somebody who treats your product like the simple, high-margin commodity that it is. Somebody who ships out of town, deals only in bulk, someone who's been doing this for 20 years and never been caught.
You know someone like that?
Let's just say I know a guy who knows a guy who knows another guy. Let me make some calls, see if I can get you a meeting.
This feels too good to be true.
What's his name?
Yeah, what?
I have no idea. You know, from what I do hear about him, he sounds a little like you.
I needed to leave.
Their points of communication don't
there's-
do too well.
No.
Some stuff about me you don't know. And
Like you're a drug dealer? I kind of got that. You pay in cash and you use an alias, so.
Yeah, there's only a few job options if you do that.
one of my guys got murdered. It was my fault. I put him on that corner. I'm gonna smoke some crystal, and I just think you should go.
You could come with me to a meeting.
No.
We could just get out of here. It won't help.
Yeah, it will, and I don't need you telling me that it won't. I really just need you to go.
And there's the self-sabotage. No.
Well, I mean, if she can get him to leave,
I don't think that's what
even
it's
if it's a fight.
I don't think that's what this is about to be. I really hope I'm getting wrong.
Enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie, those fries look really good. A little curly
Little
fries.
curly fries. I hate an unseasoned curly fry, though. Not gonna lie.
You're late.
Oh, yeah, we're in the big time now. Just where's the kingpin?
Dude, he's bugging.
So you get the dude's name?
Nope.
He's allowed to know our names, what we look like, but not the other way around.
Gentlemen, is everything to your satisfaction?
Fine, thanks.
This is nothing but an ankle grab.
We've nearly got 40 pounds we still need to sell.
Yeah, what about after? Like, I got bills. I gotta make more.
What do you want me to say, Jesse? Things have changed.
Oh, I know. We got a guy killed.
A few people have died. But now it's his friend.
I'm out of here.
Hey,
She is certainly going to want to get out and stretch those legs soon. We're gonna have to keep an eye on your fluids. You're on the low side of normal.
How low?
Well, it's not a problem unless we see a growth drop-off, so we're good. We'll just have you in for an ultrasound next week and keep an eye on things.
What? That's like literally
Hey.
doesn't help with anything.
You would not believe the traffic.
That's why I left 40 minutes early.
Oh, yikes.
Hi.
The C-section.
Mm-hmm. And if it's a yes, we need to schedule it.
For the baby, I say yes.
Well, I agree, considering that your fluids are on the low side. I think it's best we take her a little early. So why don't we schedule it for a week from Friday?
Isn't that a Friday the 13th?
Oh my God.
I mean, I would have the same feeling. Like, no.
16th.
You don't want to have a spooky baby?
No.
Well, we're having a little get-together for Ted's birthday, and I've got to pick up the cake.
Why you?
Because, I mean, it's the least I can do.
He's a little jealous.
Just a tad.
Oh. 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 Oh no, Jesse. Like, depression pits already hit hard, let alone with, like, drugs involved. Okay, hopefully, I mean, I know he seemed cracked out, but hopefully she didn't do anything. I don't know, there's a bag right there. This isn't all good.
You know that museum in Santa Fe you talked about? Let's take a drive.
Sure.
Oh, no. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, you did it. She can't just casually smoke the way you casually smoke. That's very obvious.
That's stock. It's already been drilled. It's already been cut. We're halfway through the job.
Hurry, these candles aren't gonna hold out much longer.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God, yeah, they're like...
wish.
Okay. Well, let's see. The economy's in the toilet. China's undercutting us at every turn. I'm at a loss. Skyler,
Yes.
I want to hear it first.
Absolutely not. No way.
Come on, you cannot deny your employer his birthday wish.
Yes, I can. Watch me.
Please.
I'm enormous now, and I don't look anything like her anymore. Not that I ever did. I mean, come on.
You guys, these candles are getting wax all over the place.
She is like
Come on, Skyler.
awkwardly stressed.
There. Skyler.
What is she gonna do? A f***ing backflip?
Marilyn Monroe, happy birthday, Mr. President.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
I straight up think they had something last time,
to you.
and that's why she dipped.
Yeah, no, for real. If you're raspy, happy birthdaying your boss, it's been taken a little too far. If I ever saw somebody do this,
Well,
in
you know it's
person-
like from though, right? Marilyn Monroe does it to JFK, and it's like a whole thing. Like he was like cheating on Jackie O with Marilyn Monroe.
And then, yeah.
She like sang it for his birthday.
I don't know a lot about the Marilyn Monroe run. Yeah, that got you all hot and bothered, Skylar.
He wasn't there.
Oh, he was there all right. Maybe he stayed out in the parking lot, checked you out with a telephoto lens, didn't like the cut of your jib.
Wait a minute. How can he make that decision without even meeting me?
He's skittish, like a deer.
They probably didn't like Jesse, or the looks of Jesse might have.
I don't know. I mean, they always act a little weird when they're out in public together.
I'll see if I can scrape something else together, but don't get your hopes up. No one else handles that kind of bulk.
Oh, little spicy little Walt. Can't be told no. He's going to throw a little fit, and he's going to go freaking figure out who this person is, probably by berating berating the restaurant daily. He's going to make it his life's work. Like, if this could be the rest of the
he
season.
does need the money to pay for his surgery.
I mean, yeah, that would save his... I mean, I guess it still is a matter of his life, or...
I don't like this music. Sounds concerning. He's just gonna go every day for like 2 hours, do you think? I bet you it's the manager. You're not gonna eat a curly fry?
He's not going to touch his food. Why would you think that? Like, why would you say that?
Why do I say I think it's the manager? Because
Yeah.
he came over and asked them both if everything was all right. And Jesse was sketchy as hell. And he's the only person that has been there both times now.
I mean, that is what managers do.
Right. That's how it's being set up. I think. Or not. Seems very odd that they just showed his reflection in the window, though.
Diet Coke, please. And 5 minutes of your time.
No labels on the Diet Coke, dude. That has to be for new hires. How are they gonna know?
I would like to know why you wouldn't meet with me yesterday.
Sorry, I'm not following.
I sat here yesterday waiting to meet with someone.
I think that you're confusing me for someone else.
Or that's it. They just want you to think that. They just want you to think that.
Sir, if you have a complaint, I suggest you submit it through our email system.
A cautious man. I believe we're alike in that way.
I don't think we're alike at all, Mr. White.
That tone drop?
You are not a cautious man at all. Your partner was late, and he was high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's high often, isn't he? You have poor judgment.
I guess more often than you probably should be.
Yeah.
Familiar with my product.
I've been told it's excellent.
It is impeccable. It is the purest, most chemically sound product on the market.
That is not the only factor.
Who I choose to do
Some big
business
words.
with on my end is not your problem.
Wouldn't it be though?
You won't interact with him.
No, because they're just cooking now. They're not dealing at all.
Exists.
I know, but when you're the
To ask,
when you're the higher up guy, everybody below you is your problem.
why him?
Because he does what I say. Because I can trust him.
How much product do you have on hand?
38 pounds.
I have your numbers. You can never trust a drug addict.
Uh-oh. That's gonna
Yep.
eat away at his brain. He's gonna be thinking about that all the time.
Couple $100 here, a few thousand there. And with Keller, the revenues are almost 10% less than was actually received.
Somebody's
When I saw that, I got
funneling
worried,
money.
so I checked accounts receivable
Somebody's
and other customers. I found
messing
6
with
other
the money.
instances.
6 other instances.
Revenues being underreported.
Yep. We're stealing and laundering money. Embezzling?
Embezzling.
Embezzling.
Embezzling is what I
They
think
have
it
to
is.
anticipate their needs the next quarter. Now, most of the time they overestimate.
And I think he has a hand in
Roll
it.
their overages into the next order, and if I don't, they'll go elsewhere.
Right, but
I feel like she's
I
like
got
just
the old
another
rules of
liar
sale
that I'm
and
attracted
other forms out
to.
of storage, I found Xeroxed copies with the dates changed.
Just a bunch of money-hungry men.
You got me.
Yeah, what does he have going on that he has to do this?
Nearly $1 million of undocumented revenue. What are you thinking?
Thinking about people's jobs, about their mortgages and pensions, and not to mention my own.
Maybe taxes.
Doesn't mean that you have to break the law.
They're not
Yes, it
reporting it,
does,
so
Skyler.
they're getting a tax
It's right
break.
there in the books. Business is terrible.
People go to prison for this.
But like the white collar prisons, federal prison.
With the nicer sandwiches.
Yes.
Built this company from nothing. Don't report this. Please.
I'm not going to turn you in, Ted,
Okay, well, that's good.
but I can't be a part of it.
Just let it be a cigarette. Let it be a cigarette.
It's not a cigarette.
We missed you at the funeral today. Whole crew was representing. Even Badger came all the way from Fresno.
What the?
What? What is she doing?
Oh.
What is that? Heroin?
I don't know.
What's black?
I mean, black tar heroin, but I thought that was like you smoked it.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, it's heroin. It is heroin. I can't. Oh God, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't. Oh God, I hate it so much.
has he ever even?
Is it chill? Don't forget it passes. And then you'll see.
No, Jesse, no.
That's like the wrong drug for him to be doing.
When your dreams are slanted.
Oh, I hate it so much.
I'm like, my heart is broken. It's heartbreaking. I did not want that to be where that went. Skylar's so funny to me sometimes.
I feel like she's gonna go in, she's gonna talk, she's gonna work, because while he's doing a bad thing, at least he's being honest with her.
Yeah, and she's getting like attention, I feel like, that she like wants.
Because she still feels like Walt's lying to her.
Yeah.
They've glazed over it.
Phone's off, please.
Oh, it's probably your phone.
Homie, that's your... Yeah, dude, come on. Be for real. That's your phone, dog. Ooh, kids gossip. I'd be like, Mr. Principal, there's a phone vibrating in the ceiling in my science class.
It's also just a really dumb place to keep the phone.
Like your phone?
all the time. Ugh.
He looks like a priest sometimes. Like his white shirt. Sometimes like the lighting makes it look like he just has like the little white collar on from far away.
Where's the manager? Met a man here last week. He's a black gentleman. He's thin, glasses.
Yes, sir. That's the owner.
Oh, owner, okay.
Is this about a complaint? I'd be happy to refer you to our website.
What's his name?
Gustavo. Gus.
38 pounds, $1.2 million. Truck stop, 2 miles south of exit 13 on the 25. 1 hour, you in or out?
In. I just need a little more time.
1 hour. If you miss it, don't ever show your face in here again.
Hot diggity dog.
I love his corduroy.
Exit 13.
Leave a message.
Jesse.
Uh-oh.
Jesse, pick up the phone.
Jesse's not on this planet anymore.
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh. Freaking, of course, she's gonna go into labor. And he's gonna have to freaking
Making a deal.
choose.
Jesse's on heroin. Birth of the child.
Oh.
Homie's gonna be there for the birth of his child instead of him. Layers, layers, layers. So many layers to this show.
I'd be like, homie, you're not on the birth certificate. You weren't there.
You're dark. You're a mean lady.
Jesse!
That's a joke. I'm not having kids. I'm just saying that it's a joke. I'm not gonna have kids. No, some people were like, oh my God, you can't do that. Uh-oh. The right thing for him to do is, dude.
Jesse!
I mean, that's a lot. Like, they're probably, like, knocked out or, unfortunately, something bad. Worse. You know? To mix two things like that together, like...
Oh! He said your door.
Jesse! Where's the product? Where is it? Where'd you hide the meth? Where is it? Where?
Under the seat.
Yo.
How's he gonna get that out of the apartment?
Yeah.
In a trash bag.
He's so manic.
Baby coming. Yeah.
No.
There's 18 bags right there.
Did you count them?
I was counting them as he was putting them in. I think
Oh.
there's 18 bags.
That bag's about to break. Also, that's like a very heavy 38
know,
pounds.
I'm
I
just-
lift more than that.
Oh, it ends right there. I know. I'm just worried that it's not all there for some reason.
No, I'm definitely concerned it's not all there. But I think it's smart to get it out of the house with what Jesse's doing.
It feels like that episode flew by.
That was such a quick episode.
He's gonna have to. I mean, this is the issue. Is like he is gonna. We know Walt at this point. He's gonna choose to make that deal, and he's gonna freaking probably miss.
I think he's gonna be there for the birth of the child. I think he's gonna miss the $1.2 million, and then he's gonna be stuck. And then also after I feel like that's gonna have a huge part in playing it, because after
I don't know.
after just showing Jesse doing the drugs. I think it's logical that it's going to be like, it's like an autumn ball.
Yeah, Autumn's here.
But I think that's, I don't know. I think he's gonna go for the baby, and I think he's gonna be screwed, and I think he's gonna be out the money, and then I think that they're kind of back to the drawing board because again, we're only in season 2. That's too good. That's too good of a deal. That is too good of a deal. And with Jesse making this piss poor of a decision,
My worry is Jesse's been smoking.
Oh, maybe that's how they get back in the game, though. He goes, sells, gives him money, gives Jesse his half, and he does it all.
Well, and like how I don't know how she paid for what she got, but coming with a little bag, you know what I mean, and figuring out that, and she knows that he's a drug dealer, so I don't know. In that world, like she could have traded.
Yeah. So he's like a pound short, so he doesn't get the money and misses the birth,
and he doesn't know. I mean, I don't know because I just think that like. I've seen so much of his character at this point. Like he continually chooses this other lifestyle over Skyler.
Yeah.
So I don't think that that's going to be any different. I think that he'll probably if he makes it to the hospital, like it'll be like in the last seconds probably. Like right before she's like actually like pushing the kid out. So, like, I'm not saying that, I mean, like, I have no hope that he won't make it because it's, like, an hour. So, it's, like, by the time she gets there, they get her settled. I mean, you can't really, I don't know. I mean, that's a lot to try to determine when a baby will
and
come.
also, everybody's labor is completely different and everything else, too.
We know that he, like, loves this.
True.
Like, we know that this is his vice.
True.
Like, doing this is his vice. Like, I don't think he's going to miss out on an opportunity to like, because then it's for what, you know? And I think that's where he keeps landing. It's like, he loves it, but it's also like has to be for something.
Right.
And like, he has to be able to prove himself. And I feel like the only way to do that is for him to capitalize and monetize off of it.
That's fair.
So like, I just don't like with how like much turmoil has happened, like with Skyler so far. And like her brother like Hank being the DEA agent and like all this stuff, I just think like he has more reasons to be less invested in his family in a particular way if he is going to commit to the lifestyle that he's choosing right now.
Right.
Which it's like he can't really back out. And I don't know, the fact that he ignored both of her calls and the message, he didn't text back. Still, after he got the message, baby's coming, he didn't stop what he was doing.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that shows me that he, as a character, is still motivated in pushing forward this deal. Like, I think he's going to do what he always does, and he's going to try to make both things work at the same time, simultaneously. And just knowing the pattern of things, something's going to take
yeah.
That's just
and
my
you're
speculation.
thinking it's be there for the
because
birth.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, like,
I get it. Yeah.
But too, I'm like worried. It's like he doesn't have time to like check, like, if it's all even there. Like, I don't know how much weight you can stuff into a little Ziploc bag.
Yeah. Because I was assuming each bag was a pound. So that would be how I would sort it. So if you only saw 18, that means there's 10 missing? No, I can't map 20. No way.
Yeah, but you have to think. We have to think of mass, like just because.
I mean, if we go back to the episodes where they were weighing it out, we would probably know how much was in each bag. But that's like almost not worth it.
I mean, it just depends on like the mass. I don't know what like the weight of a meth crystal would be. So it's like, how much weight can you theoretically get into one Ziploc bag?
Yeah,
like,
I was literally just thinking in general as like each of these bags weighs a pound. That way you know exactly how much it is. But that's just me because math. So
yeah, well, it's like I mean, like feathers versus rocks is
it's
like
all the same. Well, there's more feathers, but it's still the same.
I know. Well, I know, but I'm saying like it's like just because you can fit like so many feathers into a Ziploc bag versus like something that's heavier and bulkier, that doesn't mean that it'll come out. Just because volume, like all of that, right? But I don't know. I'm just like thinking. I'm just like sitting here thinking. I'm like, I don't know. That just,
I just think it's all bad news with the heroin. Heroin makes me sad and scared. Yeah, I don't know. I've just seen so many instances where it just absolutely tears families apart and takes so many lives. So like just seeing it in general, that's why everyone's like, oh, very someone who has so many tattoos, how you don't like needles. I don't like needles because I don't like I don't like things going into my veins. I don't like getting a shot. I don't like having an IV put in. It's gross. I don't like giving blood. I don't like having blood drawn.
Well, and also just knowing
just
that it's
sad.
like, I don't know, like knowing and seeing people who have like destroyed their lives, like knowing that it comes from a needle, like could add some negative connotation around it, regardless of it like stabbing into you slowly.
Ugh. It's just I just hate it. And that's just really sad, and that really sucks for her, and that really sucks overall, and it's a bad path, and I'm sad because I liked her, and I liked Jesse with her when she was sober. I don't love this dynamic, and it's only gonna get messier, I'm sure.
I have known people like that, and it's like they like you just cannot be around it.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't, and you can't even like. I mean, yeah, it's like you can't. You just can't do it. If you don't want to do it, then you need to just not do it at all.
Yeah, and it
Ever.
again, like addiction's a hell of a thing, and it's like I'm just really upset because I know this isn't gonna have a great ending.
No, I know.
Like,
yeah.
I don't.
Well, I was worried. It's like that's what I was saying. I was like, well, they're not opening the door, and at least like he was like, it's in the kitchen. Like, kind of responded when he came in. So it's like at least like at the current moment that we're seeing them, they haven't OD'd. But like, I just like it's the worry of like, are you waking up and like doing more? Like what? Like what happens now for him? You know, I think that the line of him being like, you can never trust
a drug dealer. I think that had immense power.
Or like you
after
could
that.
like somebody who is dealing
an addict.
You can never trust an addict. Like
I think that has I think that statement has immense leverage. I think the rest of the season is just going to be kind of watching Jesse spiral. I think
so
that's
it's
the
like,
only
does
way
Jesse
it's probably
just
going to
fall out. Like he's not going to be there anymore.
If he makes the deal, they split the 1.2 million. I think a lot. I think if he does make that deal and he gets that money, I think she probably steals it from Jesse or something like that, or he spends it all, or that's the only way I see it going. And that's kind of the rest of like his conflict. I don't know. That's just, it's so dark. It's just so dark.
I know.
The show has so many layers.
I know, the show's insane. That's why I was like,
dang.
I know there's too much
Next
going on,
level.
and just things that like I just like can't even like comment on,
Yeah.
because I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just know that like having like
I've seen the effects.
So difficult. I have
and
seen
it's
people go
not
through
pretty.
things. I have not
That's all.
personally experienced that myself. So and I don't know. It's just interesting.
Also Skyler's flirty
so,
thing.
She's so interesting. Like I wonder what her like final decision's gonna be on all of that. Because like I agree with you though. I think that she may like.
I mean, she
stay
showed back
just
to
because
the
she feels
office.
validated. You know what I mean? Like, she did. She showed up the next day.
When
So
she
it's
said
like,
she wasn't going to be a part of it. Like, again, though, but is she riding and dying? Like, is she supporting him because he was honest with her and she's so used to being lied to at this point? You know what I mean? It's not right either way. But I also would understand why she would gravitate towards it.
I get it. I can understand that.
sucks.
But her whole thing
Yucky.
is just odd to me. Like, she's just an oddly written character. Like, first of all, some of the comments we get, I'm like,
we got
other people have commented on the comments, and if you know, you know, basically.
Moral of the story is we get ripped to shreds if we say we can't stand Skyler. We get ripped to shreds if we say we can understand where she's coming from. So no matter how we feel about Skyler, apparently it's wrong.
I mean, it's not even that. I just think like there's like some people like really are mad about it. I think she's just a really like, it's just a really interesting character because it's like she's also not like, it's like, yeah, like as someone who's like as a written character, she's not a great character.
No. Everyone in the show has
her own
very
thing.
many flaws. That's one of those very clear themes you kind of see in this. Every single characters in this series has their own shortcomings and negative. And overall, I mean, I can't really say I think anybody in the show per se is a good person.
No, Walt is definitely the worst. because I think that
You
like
know, it's so sad coming from season 1 to this part of season 2. I feel like Hank is on the is almost probably, even though he's kind of, you know,
a little.
I don't even know how to explain it. He says
has
some
a
things out of
tendency
pocket,
to
but I feel like he
use
could
some
learn.
slurs,
I
that
feel
or
like he could
things that would be
learn.
considered
Stereotypical. Really leans in the stereotype. Really seems like, you know, a little.
Yeah, he's just written that way.
But from what I've seen so far, like since he went to, you know, El Paso and back, I just like Hank's the only one I can say like right now in this moment where I'm like, okay. You know what I mean?
And I think Hank acts out of pocket just because that's the environment that he's in.
Yeah.
Like I think
and that's his bravado. That's all he's known.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think it's just like this way of communication. And too, like the people that have been around him, like despite his choice of words, have allowed him and joked with him back in the same manner. And so it's kind of like, I mean, I don't justify that. I definitely would not be. Actually, that is crazy to me.
All over toes.
I know. This is what this show does. Like, there's a lot going on. That's
Again,
like
it's
that's
layers.
not.
It's layered.
Good, but yeah, like Hank, out of all of them, like
Right
I could
now, in
I
this
could at least
moment.
say like you're not my favorite person, but like I could at least be like
I can at least
justified
see
in
where
like
his intentions are.
being in the same room as
Yeah.
you, like because what he's going through is a normal human experience. Whatever's going on with the rest of them, there's just like I don't know, like Skyler. Because my assumption would be
I want
like
to know more of the backstory, why she left
I
in the
know,
first place.
why she
everything
left in
else.
the first place
I feel like
legitimately.
there's something going on. You're gonna do it again. This is the second time you've sang "Happy Birthday, Mr. President."
Mr. President.
Yeah, it's all. It's all a big bag of
Okay,
poo-poo.
hold on. But I just have to get this out of my brain. I need to I have to freaking put it on a timeline because it starts with her seeming like it's like, okay, like she's annoying, whatever. We can move past that. She's a house. She wants to be a housewife. She wants to have her kids. She's a suburban mom.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s, the way she's behaving, once you understand the timeline for her, it makes sense. And even just that, like, you just gotta let people be who they are. Like, Skyler, like, she commits to her bit. It's her thing, right? If she doesn't know what a MILF is, then she doesn't know what a MILF is.
Feel like the same Skyler.
No. And that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, fine. That's fine. And I get it. Like, but my thing is it seems like her and Walt maybe haven't been compatible. And that was my issue from the start. Like, it's not that I was, like, jumping on this Skyler hate train. It was just, like, watching them interact together. It's like, you guys do not like each other legitimately. Like, it just it did not seem like a functioning relationship to me. Which makes sense because now we get to this point where like Walter is the way that he is, and that's where it gets difficult and that's why I say, and I have said, I leave it at being with the wrong person can make you also a terrible person. Like, it can mess you up. Like, being with the wrong person can mess you up. And I mean, we're seeing it again in this episode, Jesse and his girl. Like, she's unfortunately with the wrong person. Like, Jesse's a sweetheart to me, and like I do at times like love Jesse, but like he destroyed her.
Well,
she's done.
No, well, let's take a pause.
I'm saying, but I'm saying you have to take some responsibility for the people that are actively present in your life, right? And he did ask her to leave. I get that.
He asked her to leave. She was at the door. She chose to turn
and
around.
She knew.
And
I know.
Let's be very honest. Again, in the laissez-faire way that Jesse does drugs and turns it on and off, I don't think he realized.
No, and he's not. And I'm not saying it's malicious. I'm not saying it's malicious.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like in that instance, like if he already felt like it was his fault that his friend died.
Yeah.
How's he gonna feel?
Oh,
when
he's gonna feel.
You know what I mean?
It was a bad call.
How are you gonna feel? How's he gonna feel when he comes to and realizes that like now she's lapsed and has to go all the way back to point one, if she can even get there because she doesn't use this casually, or because hasn't been using a drug that you can be as casual with, right? Like, so I don't say that like matter of fact, like, oh, he destroyed her, right? I'm saying that from his perspective, like based on how he felt about his friend and how I could imagine him feeling about her moving forward. And it's kind of like Skyler with the cigarettes, right? Like we see that where it's like, okay, like as the audience, are we left to assume that maybe her first son has issues? It's hard to say.
I feel like what they kind of allude to in this about the C-section is like how hard the birth was. I think that might have had a little bit more impact.
But it could have also, I mean, it's like if you do everything your doctor tells you not to, and you eat foods that you're not supposed to, and you're smoking and you're drinking, then by the time you're going to have birth, you're going to have complications. And I'm not saying, again, it's a matter of like this show has a way of like people wanting to like place blame and put blame in places where maybe there needs to be more context. So I'm just speaking in general, like, but it's like, at face value, what they do give you, I could see why some people would assume, okay, like if Skylar's willing to do that, even though it was only, what she said, like 3 cigarettes or something, and then she like flushed the rest and clogged the toilet. Like even with it just being that, it's like there's plenty of, I was going to say there's a lot of other things based on the time when she would have had her other kid, like medications that they were giving women for motion sickness and like all sorts of stuff that they were like, yeah, this is totally safe for you to be prescribed. And like, they're like, and that caused a lot of birth defects. So between showing us that she's smoking and just like real world things, like there could have been a lot of factors as to why her first pregnancy was so difficult. And it could have just been that that's what it would have been no matter how hard she tried. But I think throwing the cigarettes in there, I can see why people would say like, oh, like that could make sense. Like why the first pregnancy for her didn't like pan out easy. And then to have her like then be cheating on Walter basically.
Well, now we're also making it.
I'm just saying, like, I'm putting together a timeline. I'm not like saying she's wrong or like not defending anybody or like over like trying to like smash her down. I'm just saying like she's just a funny character because it's like she's ending up to be like the same in some
like
ways.
On the same plane as Walt.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Like and that's what I'm saying. It's like over time, it's like, oh, like she could, if had she made this decision here, I think that she could,
got it now.
Like from a writing perspective, I know that's why I was like, you just
Full
have to let me finish
full circle,
getting it all out. But it's like it at certain points, I think you kind of hope that, or you would expect almost because of how like by her rules she was that she would have made different decisions. Like her acting out and deciding to like cheat on her husband, it's like, okay, fine, like if Walt sucks for you, then Walt sucks for you. If your relationship with him is ending, then your relationship with him is ending. But like what's this need, like what in her needs to be fed so bad that like you're literally pregnant, like there's so many other things she could be focusing on and preparing for, and it's like hopping from one guy who's not giving you what he committed to you as a husband and as a father to another guy who's your ex-boss that you had to walk away from because you knew it was wrong. Obviously, we're assuming now something more happened there. It's just like,
I think it was probably always just a flirtation, never went farther, but I feel like she removed herself from it, like as a preservation, as a
self-preservation.
Jesus, I cannot talk. But yeah, so I would, no, 100%. But I think that's also I think there's that massive amount of emotional disconnect for her too, because he's been doing what he's been doing.
Yeah, and she's probably just not thinking clearly.
100%.
And I mean, like, and that's the thing. That's why I say I think it literally comes down to, like, it's hard to catch yourself if you're with the wrong person.
Yeah.
And it's the same as, like, people saying, like, it's kind of cliche, I guess, but, like, you are your friends, right? Like,
oh, you are the company that you keep.
like, you are the company that you keep. And so, like, they don't know that they're kind of on the same plane as each other because neither of them are communicating together. But they are acting in ways that do jeopardize their family, like the livelihood of their family and of their own connection. And honestly, like probably within themselves. And so it's just kind of this watching them self-destruct a little bit has been very interesting. And I think that's why the show's really hard because it's like it's constantly just
you can see
everybody
it. You can see
self-destructing.
like little pieces crumbling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when something starts to age, or like, you know how like when the water washes up against something, it like erodes. It's like we're watching it in real time.
Yeah.
Everything slightly erode away.
Yeah, exactly. And
Ugh.
and you're just kind of watching this like inside thing of like people's vices and like what they're capable of doing. And
Yeah.
and I think that's why people get so riled up, and I think there's other reasons too, but I think that's again personal things, but I think that it makes sense, and it's kind of cool to see a piece of writing and basically, I mean, a show, it's a piece of art, like get people so involved in the emotions of like, you know, like me making that joke, like it's like, oh, like if he didn't show up, then you're not on the birth certificate, right? Like that's so just out of pocket.
Yeah.
But it's like that's how all of them are acting.
No, you're not wrong.
You
Yeah, I
know,
get
like
it, yeah.
I wouldn't put somebody's petty shit, like they've all been crazy. But I think to say that like Skyler is more like to hate Skyler more than to hate Walter is just kind of crazy to me, because like Skyler on a real world context is not being very cool, like she's making bad decisions, but like ultimately most people will walk away unharmed from most of the things. She's lesser the cigarettes thing, if that were to continue, or if she was continuing to make decisions like that, that can jeopardize the health of her child moving forward. But I think that that was pretty quick and done, and I mean, yeah, that aside, but like Walter, like has made the decision.
He's killed someone. Let's just
like he's literally made the decision to deal
that alone
in a substance that has been shown to really not benefit anyone in this. I mean. I get
he's
it.
murdered
I just, like, lots of people.
I just feel like before, like I could fall, like I got it, I could see it, I could
It's almost like fun at first, and now
then
it's just kind of like
if he misses his birth, like you predict, I think
I could just see it at
sucks.
this point, like the fact that he ignored both the phone calls. He stopped what he was doing. He thought for a second, and
continue to pick it all up,
and then continue to pick it all up, lug that thing on his shoulder,
because
and
at the end
walked
of the
out
day,
door.
whether or not it truly is his motivation at this point, whether or not that because I truly think consciously he believes he's doing it for his family. Subconsciously, do I think that's really the motivating factor anymore? No, I think he likes the power. I think he likes how it makes him feel. I think he likes the rush. I think, like we've said before, it's his drug. So I don't think that, but I would assume that in the forefront of his mind, he's like, this is all for the family. Like, yes, this is the birth of my child,
And I think
but
that's
this
what
is
he
all for
thinks.
my family.
I agree.
And surgery and medical bills and the birth. You know,
Yeah.
freaking what they charge for births? My God, they out here charging people to
Like
have
$500,000
contact with their own baby, charging you for that time.
like $20,000
It's
for you to
fucking
hold your
crazy.
kid.
To hold your own kid that you just shot out your.
Yeah,
get out of here.
No, for real. I also think too, like
healthcare system's a scam.
The show doesn't like allow the opportunity for people to like actually consider like Walter's consequences. That's what I'm saying. He hasn't really had any actual consequences. Like the only consequence that he has right now is that Skyler is interacting with another man.
Right.
But he's not even fully, I don't think he's fully allowed himself to be conscious of that happening.
I feel like
'cause
his
he's too
consequences
involved.
have been so short-lived.
Yeah, I
not
mean-
short-lived, but like, for example, when they thought they were going to die in the desert, they didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, well, that was obviously.
And then he got to come home to good news that he's gotten better.
Yeah.
And in this, you know, and then somebody dies. Like somebody really dies because of what they're doing
Because
now.
he said push into other territory.
Exactly. And so somebody dies.
He
and
hasn't really
doesn't
shown
even-
any remorse at all.
No, and he doesn't even, he's
Part
like,
of his-
which one was that?
And then part of his plan when he's talking to Saul was like, we need revenge. You know what I mean? And it's like,
structure. We need revenge.
Yeah.
Like, he wants like an army of people to do his
Badger
bidding.
got arrested. Combo passed. Skinny Pete got robbed, which then caused all these other scenarios with like the ATM machine and Jesse watching that and the kid and all those other things. But you're right. Like, really, what has he had to do besides his wife being mad at him?
Yeah.
And, and having to fake that he was like gone when he got taken by Tuco.
Yeah.
Besides just like, I totally get it. Yeah.
Because like he has really
It's very
been the only
short-lived.
character. So that's why I think it's hard for like if audience members aren't taking a step back from the show to just like look at it, like I think it can be easy to forget that there are consequences because we're so much in his POV. Like we get little moments with everybody else around, but when you really think about the big picture, it's like everyone else has been suffering around him.
Yeah.
And like I mean, he's dedicated, he's focused on his goal, so maybe he's just not feeling it, but really nothing has come back to him quite yet.
Not the way it has for the others, no.
No.
Like, Jesse lost the house.
Jesse lost the house, he lost his family, fully, finally.
His friend's dead.
His friend's
Combo
dead.
wasn't just, like, Combo was a homie, so.
He had to, I mean, like, disposing a body, like, that being on him was probably a lot, too. Like, he's basically been pushed around, he got brought out to the desert, he got beat out by Tuco. By Tuco.
He went to the
he literally almost got killed by
Yeah.
Tuco. Like, there's been so many things that,
how
like,
do you forget about that one?
Yeah, that Jesse's already been through. And I think, again, to, like, touch on
And
Skyler,
I mean, well,
like,
obviously Walt has cancer, but
yeah, Skyler suffered the consequence of a distant partner.
Yeah. Random outbursts. Can tell he's consistently lying to her.
Yeah, gaslighting her because she knew that there was another phone, which was extremely obvious. And now she's pregnant, you know, and that's and it probably gets moved instead of being a blessing that she's pregnant with somebody that she has been with. Now it probably feels like she's getting locked in again to something that is, I mean, if she's smoking cigarettes over it, you know, like she's kind of discarding some care and stress. Yeah, it's like a lot of stress on her. The fact that she's even been able to like follow through on like her body's even been able to sustain a pregnancy, because I feel like being pregnant is extremely difficult and very hard.
And with
it's really hard to get pregnant.
With her level of stress to like, and that, oh, crazy. I can't even think about it. It's gonna blow my mind. But
I just think, there's just like, I just think like we haven't seen Walt have a lot of consequences.
No.
Sorry, I just had to brain dump all of that out because like
it was very
the last
interesting.
few episodes have just like it's just been accumulating to a lot, and I feel like I wonder like are we getting like I just don't know where a turning point is. It doesn't feel like we've hit like a pivotal point at all yet. So
I agree. Versus like the first half where they're like it's so much.
Yeah,
and now it's just like
it's
all
been
like
a lot of like emotional turmoil that they've
Yeah.
been throwing at us on the screen. Like it's been a lot to process and digest, and it's a very opinionated show. Like or it can create very opinionated topics. So I don't know. It's just kind of it's an interesting form of writing.
It's crazy.
Like the fact that they wrote like this is and it's like a kind of long show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like and they just like people just wrote this and put this on TV and no idea. So all right, well, I'll stop rambling.
Thank you guys so much for watching with us, and we will catch you on the next one. See ya.
Bye.